guys didn't necessarily play a ton of meaningful games against this iteration, the Suns. Is that fair to say?
I just like the word usage. That's a Wes Unseld word, the iterations.
What does the process look like in preparing for a team that is a little bit blind to you guys?
Well, I mean, we saw them late twice, and even though we didn't play our guys, they played theirs. So we have a pretty good idea of who they are, how they want to play from those two meetings, and then watching their first round series against the Clippers. We understand that this team offensively is dynamic. The number one offense in the playoffs right now. Devin Booker's play right now, obviously I think he and Jimmy Butler are the two guys that stand out. 37 points a game on 60% from the field. That's just insane. Their fast break points have gone from 10 to 17 in the playoffs, which is, and Devin Booker and Kevin Durant are both tied for second in fast break points per game at just around 6. They're first in free throw attempts. KD's getting there 9 times, Devin Booker's getting there 7. So we'll have our hands full. We know how talented they are. There's a reason they're the odds-on favorite to come out of the West right now. But I can tell you this, our guys are excited, up for the challenge, and we all believe that if we play our game, that we're capable of beating anybody.
The memories of 2 years ago when they came in and they pick and rolled you guys to death, how different and how more prepared are you for that?
Yeah, I mean, it's we're a different team than we were 2 years ago. Jamal Murray's back, and we've added guys like KCP and Bruce Brown. And then obviously they're a little bit different, with adding Kevin Durant. So we know that to defend a team like that, Vic, we have to give them different looks. Whether it's personnel-wise, who's guarding who, when, as well as our coverages in those pick and rolls. You give a great offensive team a steady diet of anything, they're going to get into a rhythm, they're going to pick you apart. And you go back 2 years ago, we were really aggressive in pick and rolls, they hurt us from the three-point line. So we adjusted. So we took away the 3, and they hurt us from the mid-range. And that's what the playoffs are. It's a constant adjustment and to see what's going to give you the best chance to have success. But had a good practice today. We'll get back at it again tomorrow in preparation for Saturday night.
So to Vic's point, the pundits are going to point at the pick and rolls and Joker, but he had such a good defensive series. We're not giving enough credit for adjusting, like you said, to what's in front of him and how you guys adjust and help around him.
Yeah, I mean, after it's only one round, but I think we're 4th or 5th in defensive rating. I was really proud of our guys. We went into Game 5 saying that Anthony Edwards is not going to beat us. Fourth quarter, he had 5 points. We were much more aggressive, not allowing him just to take the game over like he had done the 3 games prior. So we've had success. We've gotten out of the first round 4 of the last 5 years, and you have to make adjustments. Whether it's, like I said, who's guarding who, whether it's who I'm playing in a rotation, or what coverages we're using. But Devin Booker's seen everything, Kevin Durant's seen everything, as well as Chris Paul. I think for us, as great as they are offensively, we have to make them guard. We have to make great offensive players play both ends of the floor. And if we can do that, once again, I think that's going to be in our best interest.
But obviously these last 2 years have been marred by injury for you guys. You get out of this previous series in 5 games. Where's the team at physically right now, just in being able to prepare for this as best as they can?
Yeah, physically we're good. I mean, 5 games. I know everybody wanted a sweep. Sorry to disappoint you guys. But I think overall right now our guys mentally and physically are in a really good place as we head into round 2.
You guys come out top of the West, the 1 seed, but yet, as you mentioned, the Suns are the favorite to get out of this. Any offense taken, any sort of source of motivation for the guys that is once again the narrative?
No, I mean, it's at this point, we can't waste any time or energy on feeling slighted. There's a reason. I mean, Kevin Durant gets there at the trade deadline, and any team that has Kevin Durant is going to be viewed in a much different light. The way Devin Booker's playing right now is just off the chart. So we don't take that personally. We know who we are. We know what we're capable of when we're playing our brand of basketball on both ends of the floor, and we're looking forward to a hell of a series.
These first 2 rounds kind of serve as a good summary of how valuable Aaron's been in terms of going from guarding a guy like Karl Anthony Towns, and then presumably in round 2 getting the Kevin Durant assignment and maybe switching on to Devin Booker at times as well. just the versatility that he can provide. And
That's a statement. I don't know. I was waiting for a question.
tried
So you
to
want me
land
to
it.
comment on that?
if you could.
You know, Aaron Gordon, he went from guarding Karl Anthony Towns, now he's going to guard Kevin Durant. But to your point, you love Aaron's versatility. You love his ability to guard, literally be able to guard 1 through 5 on the court. And as I mentioned the other day, I really feel that Aaron, in a very quiet way, had a tremendous impact against the T-Wolves. Karl Anthony Towns, when he plays the whole season, is an all-star. And I felt Aaron's ability to go out there and guard him, he did a hell of a job. And now as you transition from one series to another, things change. And matchups change, style of play changes. And when you have a guy like Aaron who can go from guarding Towns to Durant or Booker or Chris Paul or DeAndre Ayton, you know, we feel that's a luxury that we have, and we're going to use him to take advantage of that.
The bench lineup that you went to a lot last series with Christian, Bruce, Jeff, Aaron, Jamal didn't really play a lot in the regular season. What was the key to them just kind of establishing a chemistry really quickly and just being really effective in those minutes?
Yeah, I mean, the one guy that wasn't with that lineup a lot, I think the other 4 played quite a bit together, but Aaron was kind of the newcomer to that group because he didn't play many minutes as a backup 5 throughout the season. You get to the playoffs, you shorten the rotation a little bit, and it speaks to Aaron's ability to just go out there and, okay, who am I playing with, and how does my role change from being a starting 4 to now a backup 5? So you give Aaron a lot of credit for doing that. I thought Bruce was tremendous in that first round. I felt he gave that second unit life a lot, and he did it by being really aggressive and playing in attack mode. And our guys are excited. I mean, when you get a chance to compete against a Devin Booker and a Kevin Durant and a Chris Paul, our guys rise to the challenge. And I know Bruce is one of those guys that kind of really looks forward to those matchups.
I've asked you this a couple times, but you know they're vulnerable on the defensive glass, offensive boards for Denver. What emphasis could you put on that, and at the cost, obviously, if you mentioned their transition offense, they're very capable there.
Yeah, fine line, but you know the Clippers averaged 18.5 second chance points in the first round, and they play a lot of small ball. Obviously, DeAndre is the starting 5. They'll play Bismack Biyombo as their backup 5, but we have to find a way to get easy baskets. And you know, we've gone from being elite offensive rebounding team to being average at best. But in the postseason, when easy baskets are at a premium, I think our big guys crashing, working for second chance opportunities can be a huge advantage for us. And when our perimeter players crash, we just have to make sure we're crashing with discipline. If the shot's taken, I can't crash from the top of the key. That means no one's back. But if the shot's taken in the left corner, I'm in the right corner, you have the right to crash and then work your way back. So yeah, we need to get some easy baskets there, and we have to convert in transition. We were 16 points a game in the regular season, 16.5 in the first round. No matter who we play, that's just us staying true to ourselves. When we do get stops and we do rebound, get out and run and look to attack early. Nothing's there, then we can get into our set offense. Thank you. All right, that was harmless.